Go.
Hi, so I'm going to talk you through some books that we've had made, which all images that are taken with the Nokia N8. I have to say I'm really pleased with this. As you can see, it says the world's best camera phone. I think that sums it up for me, really. So here we first of all have the introduction, which is just basically saying that all these images are taken with the N8. They're not edited or enhanced in any way. Surprising over the months when we've been showing sample images how many people actually believe whether they're actually taken with the device or not, and sometimes I've had to sort of almost take some legal sworn document signed in blood to actually prove that that's the case. But here we go. So this is showing the sort of wide angle capabilities. A lot of these are shot in Singapore just a couple of weeks ago. Isn't that an incredible location? I wish I was there.
That's nice. There's a home cinema.
And here we've got this is one of my favourite shots because the detail, I don't know if you can see that there, but all the detail in her hair is really incredible, even in her eyebrows there. And you can see just the little catch light there because the fill-in flash that we used on this. But it's not burnt out in any way, even quite close here, it's not burnt out. It's beautifully balanced to the background.
And this is seriously unedited.
This is seriously unedited with the N8. You see how beautiful the background is, there's subtle blurring there, but all that detail is really natural. It's not over enhanced or anything like that at all, with the camera software. It's really great. It's another example here. There's going to be this particular image is one of my colleagues' favourites pictures, who was actually there at the shoot, and there's going to be an article you're going to see very shortly, which explains how we did this. So should you be in this swimming pool with a girl as attractive as that, you too can also take that photograph. A similar shot there. This one I really love over here as well. This guy coming out of the pool. You can see again the xenon flash has been used. It freezes all the water droplets flowing off his face. For those people who haven't met me, I don't look as fit as he does, which is a bit of a shame. These are both low light, no flash. So this is just the natural light that's coming off the city. Singapore is a really vibrant city. If you haven't been there before, a lot of illumination coming off the street here. So these are completely natural images. Really love both of those. And here you can see again the xenon flash working really well. Not overexposed in any way. Really natural. Every time I look at these, I think they must have used some special settings or something like that myself, but actually they didn't. There isn't any special settings they can use, but you can just see the incredible detail there.
This is in full auto mode.
This is full auto mode, absolutely. Yeah. I know, you really have to. You'd think they were taken with a digital SLR, wouldn't you? This one in particular, I really love this one. You can see all the detail in here. I don't know if you can see that with what you're filming today. Possibly not, but all the detail is there in the original. All these images, by the way, are going to be available online within the next couple of weeks, so you'll be able to have a close look at them yourself.
Okay.
But here you can see the sort of benefit of face detection, helping to control and balance the exposure really nicely. This is a great image as well. Really sharp, lots of detail, vibrant but natural colour. It's one of the things we've really sort of paid a lot of attention to give really vibrant, punchy colour, but we don't want it to be oversaturated. So that's nice and sharp, but you can see how beautiful the background is. So the bokeh that people refer to quite often is something really shows the sort of performance of the optics. Really great.
People say that.
Here you can see nice and crisp, very straight. Saw somebody who was reading some comments this morning. People were sort of saying about how straight the edges were on the picture. So even though we have this very wide 28mm, we have almost perfect straight verticals and horizontals right at the edges of the frame. I think that just sort of testimony to the Carl Zeiss optics. So I'm going to flick through a few more of these. I mean, look at the colour on that. That's just awesome, isn't it? Don't you think that's incredible? I just think that's really great.
Ladies and gentlemen.
there's a couple of my pictures on holiday.
Okay.
So, and then this is what I really want to sort of show here. This is some comparison images. Apologies for the, hope you can still hear me over the announcement. These are two images taken here, one with the Nokia N8, and this one is taken with a high-end prosumer compact camera. So the sort of thing that an enthusiast photographer would buy as a sort of secondary camera.
Point and shoot.
Yeah, point and shoot. I'm not going to say what the model is,
okay,
but it's extremely well known from an A brand, very highly regarded product. But here, subjective in terms of which colour and exposure that you prefer. Obviously I'm biased, so you know what I'm going to say, but what I want you to do is look at, if you can, maybe when these images are available, is look at the detail in these images, all the sort of difference in the hair. It's virtually the same, and I think that's really, really incredible, you know, where we've come to with the N8. You compare the detail, it's really natural, but it's still clear, naturally reproduced. I really love that. Whereas when you look at, this is then taken with quite a popular smartphone, quite well known. And here you can see all around the edges, you can see these black lines.
Yeah.
So they're over enhancing the image here, trying to make it look sharper than it actually is. The contrast is really high to try and, again, create perception that it's a really punchy image, but the colours then start to look wrong. There's something about this kind of image which is what we really didn't want to reproduce with the N8. We wanted it just to be sort of as natural as possible, and we didn't want this sort of digital look. Is how I quite often summarise it there. If you look at her face, because this sort of over sharpening is going on there,
you can really see the difference on the face actually.
Yeah, she looks really old.
Yeah.
You know, she's not. You know, she's really beautiful. I can't say too much because my wife might see this. And then there's some further images there, I think. And then finally here, N8 with Xenon versus quite a well-known smartphone with LED. I mean, look at the difference. I mean, isn't that incredible?
Okay then.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
I love that.